Good morning. In this video, we'll be going over the steps we took to make this door handle piece for the side access door in my shipping container. I started by tracing around the M30 gal nut and scoring it with a thin cutting disc. I also cut a cross in the center to ease the process. I then pried up the individual triangles and wiggled them out. Now I can wedge the nut into the opening and keep it flush with the door, and then welded it into place. While I was doing that, my husband worked on the handle part.
For the door handle, I will be using this cast iron wheel from my dad's old corn cracker. First it needs facing off and machining to the correct length, and then I bore it out to 30mm to fit the large bolt. It was my first time machining cast iron. It was easier than I thought it would be. The bolt head will need rounding over. I also did this in the lathe by reducing the diameter and then making a few angle cuts and finishing it with a file. The bolt needs to be attached to the wheel. I did not want to try to weld medium carbon steel to cast iron, so I decided to drill and pin them together with a roll pin. This was a bit of a nightmare, as I had to drill it at an angle which eventually led to a snap drill bit. But once I had the hole drilled and roll pin in place, it was very secure. I then made a large washer out of some mild steel plate. This was achieved by welding the plate to a bolt and lathing it round. The large washer will be welded to the bolt going through the wheel. I turned the welder up pretty high for this weld to get good penetration. Once welded, it goes back into the lathe to be faced off. I then weld on a smaller washer. This washer is to ensure the door closes flush with the frame. And finally back in the lathe to be machined to proper dimensions.
And this is it on the finished door. It's pretty quick to open. It only takes a couple of spins to get it off, and I just leave it like that for the rest of the day while I go in and out. The next few videos going up will be on the making of the Jacobs box from Borderlands 3. It's only taken me 5 years to finish it.